Okay, Dave, I just told the camera basically what we did just then, and I'm going to tell you. Ultimately, from that information, we now can move to the next stage, and we're going to do a dynamic posture assessment. And from this, we can then ascertain some more information, and we can apply this to some SMR and to some exercises that we can put into your program. Okay, Dave, we're going to just do a dynamic posture assessment. What I'd like you to do is step forward onto your left leg and raise your hands above your head, and just then push back and just keep doing that for a little while. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right, what we'll do is we'll actually do your right foot just because I'm on this side of your body.
Okay, sure.
All right, so move forward. Okay, just keep your head up and look at the camera. All right. Now basically all we're looking for, and just keep going. Now what we're basically looking for here is same as in the first postural assessment. We're looking at the relationship of how his body responds to this particular dynamic movement, especially from the ankle all the way up. Now what I can see is his ankle actually stays on the ground, which is a good thing. He's actually being able to maintain his balance and everything. Once you've got your feet on the ground, you have strength and control, and that's what we're after. And all the way up, I can actually see probably your foot is actually just pointing slightly outwards, which is normal for a lot of people. And it's just a matter of being aware of how your feet actually sit in relation to the rest of your body, because this is actually planting very nicely and pointing straight at the camera. And to be honest, it's actually a very strong position, which is a good thing. All right, we're now in the lateral view, and what we're going to do is do a repeat of the exercise that we just did. So taking a step forward and raising your hands above your head, and we'll just see how the relationship between your ankle, your knee, your hip, and all the way up to your top of your head. Okay, so you can start. Very good. That's it, just keep doing that, Dave. Keep your hands up nice and tall, that's it. And as we can see in the anterior view, the foot actually maintains its complete surface on the ground, which gives it a lot of strength and stability, which also tells me he's got some good flexibility from his calf up through to his knee, up through to his hips, which is obviously information. That's all this is, it's information. And we can put this forward when I actually do the program, and probably put him into a slightly more advanced position rather than beginner. Thanks, Dave. Now we're just going to do some movement in the lateral plane, which basically looks very similar to the forward step, but I'd like you to take a step to your left. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at how you actually load your body through your ankle, through to your knee, up through your hip, and just see how that corresponds with the rest of your body. Okay, sure. So just take a step to your left. And just look at the camera so you're nice and square on. Okay, and keep your foot, your stepping foot, that's it, and try to take a slightly bigger step. And just see if we can really get some weight over to that knee. Okay, and what we can see is that the ankle is actually staying on the ground, and he's actually putting a fair bit of stack onto his knee. Now the hip probably could come across a little bit further, and that's just, obviously this is a new exercise for him because I've just told him to do it, but it looks fairly good to me. He's actually using his body weight and placing all his energy through to his bottom of his foot, which is actually a positive thing. Thanks, Dave. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do some dynamic movement through the transverse plane.
Okay.
Now on the instruction videos I've seen, they talked about picking up a bag of shopping. It's probably the best way to actually explain it. So imagine the bag of shopping is just slightly behind you. You lean back and pick up the bag of shopping.
Okay.
All right, and just keep going and I'll talk. That's it. It's very good. Okay, what we're actually looking for here, just keep going, Dave, is actually the relationship between his hips and his shoulders and through to his thoracic, because we'd like to see a fair, nice little bit of a twist. Obviously he's stacking his knees quite well to actually help him actually reach the shopping. And what we'll do is I'll spin you around and just face the camera through your back, and I'll get you to do that again. That's it. And obviously what we can see here is we probably could get a little bit more through the back, but ultimately he's actually using his knees and his hips quite well to pick up the bag. All right, thanks mate. Okay Dave, we're just going to do a very simple calf mobiliser here. Yep. It's very similar to the steps forward that we did earlier. So what I'll do is I'll get you to just take a nice, quite a big step forward and just continue that motion. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to extend through the Achilles and the calf, and obviously through top up towards your hip, and we're just going to do that 5 or 6 times. Okay, can you do that for me? Just
with the right foot?
Yeah, take a step forward with the right foot. That's it. And what we'll do is we'll just try to keep your ankle on the ground. Okay, so find a nice, that's it. Find a nice little space there. Can you feel that through your calf?
I can, yeah.
You can, yep. Obviously that's, you always work within your own limits. And this is just a mobiliser to get the actual, a bit of stimulation through your calf. Okay. This would be, especially if we did the earlier test where your foot was actually coming off the ground, which it wasn't. This would be a very good, very simple action that you could do every day just to stimulate the calf to help improve that. Okay, thanks mate. Okay Dave, what we're going to do now is just basically a dynamic hip mobiliser movement. So I'll just get you to put your hand on my shoulder. I'll just imagine I'm a wall. We're going to use this leg, and I'd just like you to swing it across your body.
Okay.
Okay, nice and easy, and use me as support. It's a bit of a bonding scenario as well. Okay. So, yep, just get that hip going, and just get it sort of swinging quite easily and fluently through across your body. And you can actually extend it further past your leg. Yep. So stand on me quite strong and use that momentum. All right, for the sake of it, just change hands and we'll swap over and go to the other side. Just try the left hand, the left leg, or your right leg.
My left leg?
That's right, your left leg. Okay, very good. Thanks, mate. Okay, Dave, now what we've done is we've obviously done a static posture assessment and a dynamic posture assessment. Yep. And obviously all we're going to do is just use some of that information, which I'll discuss with you later, obviously for the purpose. What we'll do now is move forward and use that information to create a program. Okay, how's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, thanks mate.